I'm going to be sharing the difference between spirituality and the law of attraction. There's a difference. I'm going to share with you what it is in this video. Let's get started. Hey superstar, Gavin is here. This video is about spirituality and the law of attraction. In the next video, we're going to be talking about love and spirituality and love, relationships and stuff like this. It's going to be really powerful stuff in attracting your soulmate or improving your existing relationship. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell for that video. We're also offering neutrality shifting coaching, which is all about making what you want normal. And if you're wanting to manifest more into your life, then this is for you. It will radically change your life, whether it's money, health, wealth, whatever it is. There will be a link in the description and you can go check out what that's all about. So, spirituality and the law of attraction. So, I actually got more into spirituality via the law of attraction. I watched the movie The Secret and I got all excited that I could, change my life and stuff like this. But not only that, I felt extremely connected with the energies of this world. I just became so grateful and I had this like electrifying, peaceful energy. And I was just vibing on a completely different vibrational frequency. It really changed my energy. And then what happened is I was in an existing relationship at the time and I started changing, right? I was growing. She wasn't necessarily growing in the same direction and we was falling out of alignment. And because of that, we had broken up. And it's really interesting because at that point in time, I made the decision that the law of attraction does not work because one bad thing happened and I was in love with that person. And it was really hard for me. And it took a long time to get over that relationship. But not only that, it took me a long time to really build that energy around the law of attraction again, where I was like fully believing it. So that put me on a really dark road in a way, but the road led to me understanding more about energy. And as I started understanding more about energy, I started understanding more about the law of attraction. So what I'm going to share with you is the law of vibration. I'm going to be sharing with you what energy is and how you can use it to facilitate your growth, your expansion, and creating the life that you want. So what I started to realize about energy is energy can't be created or destroyed. And as I started looking into these concepts, I started learning about DNA. And through taking the ayahuasca, it taught me that energy is passed over from being to being. So you have the energies of your parents and their parents and their parents and their parents. And so your ancestry is a part of you. And for a lot of people, they are in suffering and in pain and going through hard times, particularly because they have energies that they're not aware of in the DNA, in the data, in the codes. If you were a computer program, the coding would be DNA. And a lot of us have coding from our ancestry. People say that your ancestry or your karma doesn't affect this lifetime. I don't 100% agree with that because through doing my own energy work and doing energy work on other people and through people who have my Liberating-U program who do a lot of energy healing, they've been able to transform their lives through shifting their energy and releasing the past. So we also are working with people who we have relationships with now. People who we have relationships with now and who we're interacting with sexually were taken on their DNA, especially the woman, the womb man. So when it comes to the law of attraction, what I was doing is I went to this dark space, but it led me on the pathway to more understanding and learning about energy and how it works. So we're dealing with ancestry. If you believe in past lives, we're dealing with past lives. We're dealing with karma. We're dealing with all these different energies. Okay, so the law of attraction, I started understanding it more. And when I started working with these energies and releasing my ancestry, my parents, all these energies, and doing all these healings, or I started feeling like a higher vibration. I started changing my default mechanism, my neutrality. I was neutrality shifting. I didn't know at the time, but I was making what I wanted and what I wanted to create normal. I was becoming a clear space. I was purifying myself and becoming clear. And it led to me attracting the right tools and stuff in order to get on my path properly and follow my purpose. So now when it comes to the law of attraction, the way it's taught is that, you go ask, believe, receive. Now, whilst this works, I don't think it works for a lot of people because of everything I just described. Now, if we're working with energy, which is the top level to this entire universe, and we cleanse our energy and we work with neutrality shifting, now we are operating on a completely new template. We're not trying to make stuff happen. We're not willing stuff into our life. We're not forcing. We're not having to detach and let go. We're not having to fake it until we make it. We're just becoming the person that is aligned with the life that we want. So when it comes to the law of attraction and manifesting and stuff like this, a lot of it, most of it, is 3D way of being. Okay, so more of a 3D way of being. And it works, and people have amazing success with it, and it's transformative, transformed my life and the way I saw things. I was able to travel, make a lot of money, etc., etc. And through that journey, after the breakup and traveling and all of this stuff, I actually got into another relationship. And I was traveling the world, making a lot of money and having all this freedom. And it was really amazing. However, externally, everything was good. Internally, everything was not so good. My health was poor. I had anxiety and depression. I was just in a really bad space. So I was doing law of attraction. Now, by doing that, I learned this quote from Tony Robbins. And the quote is, "Success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure." Success without fulfillment is the ultimate failure. So then I started approaching things from a different space. And I started focusing on fulfillment and building a relationship with a higher power and stuff like this. So if I were to sum it up, the difference between spirituality and the law of attraction is more ego-based. And a lot of people do it without a higher power, without God. They're just trying to do all this stuff and create all this stuff because it's a law and I get to do this. Whereas what I'm teaching here right now and what I feel is a better way is actually connecting with a higher power, connecting into spirituality and using the law of attraction in that way, becoming a conduit for the path, the conduit for why you are here and stuff like this. Now, again, at the same time, we can use things like reality transurfing and the law of attraction to do whatever it is that we ego-based think we are supposed to do. But we have to be very in tune in the heart in order to really make that happen. Okay, we need to really listen to the heart. We need to really go into the heart space. And I think if you're able to do that, you will get a lot of higher knowledge anyway, like a higher guidance and stuff like this anyway, and you'll be on the right path. But ultimately, we can just go straight there and go that way. So when it comes to spirituality, is realizing that we're working with a higher power. We're realizing that we have breath. We're realizing that we are alive. We're realizing that we're not necessarily the most powerful thing. A lot of people are walking around as humans thinking they're so great and all this stuff, and we're top of the food chain, etc., etc. All of this is like a bunch of crap, right? We need to acknowledge and realize that there's things beyond our sight, our senses, and when we can tap into that, it can really be really transformative. Now, I personally know from my own personal experience that there is 100% a higher power, and there is other beings and stuff like this through doing the ayahuasca. And because I've connected with them on that deep level, I can really appreciate these particular energies. But if you're wanting to do that, then obviously that's a big move for you. But also you could just meditate, right? You could just connect in and get those downloads and connect yourself with the source. So you just say, connect myself with God, connect myself with God, connect myself with God, or connect myself with Ascended Master Jesus Christ, connect me with Ascended Master Jesus Christ. You just say it 3 times, connect me with a higher power 3 times, and you're going to be able to connect in, right? And start operating from this space of love and a higher power and higher intelligence, a super conscious mind, infinite intelligence, and allow that to come through you. And now you're operating on a different thing, not based on what you're taught and what society tells you and that keeps us stuck in the 3D. It's almost like we're watching television, right? We're just focused on what's on the screen, what's on the screen, what's on the screen, right? What's beyond the screen, right? Who's the projector? Who's the real projector, right? When we can get into that energy and function from that energy, it's a whole different ballgame. So in my previous video, I actually put my glasses on and I said, you want to see, you see life through the eyes of God. Right now, we've got the wrong lenses on. We want to put new lenses on and approach it from spirituality. So the law of attraction is extremely powerful. I don't necessarily use the law of attraction, right? I am the law of attraction. If that makes any sense, comment that below. I am the law of attraction. When you can make your being law of attraction, it's a different ballgame, because you're not trying to visualize. You're not trying to get something into your life. You are just realizing my energy affects my reality. That's it. My energy affects my reality. Comment that below. My energy affects my reality. When you shift your energy, you change your life. And so that's what we do. We work on your neutrality shifting, where you work on neutralizing or making what you want normal. So you're not trying to make stuff happen, but you're more, it's happened. It just is. That's the space you want to operate from. That's the space you want to work on. Okay, so if you want to get neutrality shifting coaching, there'll be a link in the description where you can find out more about that. And in the next video, we're going to be talking about relationships, spirituality, love and relationships, and diving into that. It's going to be an interesting topic for me to talk about. So make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified for that video so you don't miss it. And there should be some videos coming up on screen right now. Be sure to keep growing, learning, and expanding. I love you. I appreciate you. Speak to you soon. Peace.